All people who are alive today are going to die. Do you know where you're going to go when you die? We know there is an afterlife because there is a creator who made all things. All of creation testifies that there is a creator. Just as a building testifies that there was a builder, we know that the human eyes, butterflies, atoms, and even solar systems didn't come from nothing. It is absolutely impossible that creation came from no one. We often consider only the world around us, not looking to the great expanse of creation above us. For example, the typical American highway speed limit is about 70 miles per hour. The circumference around the world is about 25,000 miles. If we were to drive that distance, it would take a little over 2 weeks with no stops, 4 breaks, or to refuel. However, if we were to fly on an average commercial jet at about 600 miles per hour, traveling around the world, it would take more than a day and a half. But the fastest man-made vehicle, NASA's Parker Solar Probe, travels about 430,000 miles per hour in space. Traveling around the Earth at that speed would take about 3.5 minutes. If traveling from Earth to our sun, about 93 million miles away, by that speed, it would take about 9 days. But that is just the beginning. Light pollution is light emitted into the sky that reduces visibility of astronomical observations, specifically at night. We tend to forget that there is a whole universe out there because we don't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. NASA's Parker Solar Probe would take about 1,561 years to travel 1 light year, the sum of roughly 5.88 trillion miles. The distance light travels in 1 year. Even at that blistering speed, the nearest star to our own is about 4.2 light years away, Proxima Centauri. Meaning, a one-way trip to the nearest star in the heavens outside of our own at man's fastest speed would take about 6.5 thousand years. A round trip would take about 13.1 thousand years. This is just one star in our galaxy, in our universe. Each galaxy has about 100 billion stars. The distance from Earth to the farthest star in our galaxy is about 900,000 light years. If traveling on NASA's Parker Solar Probe, the time it would take for a one-way trip to the farthest star in our galaxy would be about 12.3 trillion years. Humans have an average lifespan of about 78 years. If we combined all of the about 8 billion humans that are alive today, that would be about 624 billion years. If we exhausted all of humanity today, from birth till death, we would reach about 1/20th of the way to the farthest star in our galaxy. This is just referring to our galaxy in the cosmos. The number of galaxies in our observable universe, which means there could be far more, is about 100 billion galaxies. That means there is about 10 sextillion stars in our universe, beyond our reach. That means 1 with 22 zeros. We tend to get really busy with our day-to-day operations with our lives, not realizing how small we actually are. All of creation testifies there is a creator. And our creator said, "To whom will you liken me, or who is my equal?" asks the Holy One. "Lift up your eyes on high. Who created all these?" He leads forth the starry host by number. He calls each one by name. Because of his great power and mighty strength, not one of them is missing. God spent 5 of the 6 days of creation molding the earth, its inhabitants, and the sun and the moon. But God spent just 1 day creating all of the heavens with a passing sentence saying, "And he made the stars as well." When we set our minds upon creation, we are without excuse of the truth. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from his workmanship, so that men are without excuse. For God is true and beyond measure, that he spoke the end from the beginning. And God gave his special creation, Adam and Eve, simple rules to follow. God said do, but man didn't. God said don't, but man did. Through Adam, humanity rebelled against God. Through Adam, all of humanity has been stained with original sin.